So the mud was too thin to stand on, but too thick to swim in it. It was just me and Snakehips neck and neck.
Snakehips?
Yeah, you know, Snakehips Johnson. He's married to her with a wooden leg.
Oh, do they live up by the prison?
No, you're thinking of his brother, Snake Eyes Johnson. His wife has the required number of legs as far as I'm aware.
Ah, a bit of a squint though.
Yeah, it is a bit confusing when you have a conversation with them. What with her and her squint and him with his snaky eyes, you don't know who's looking at whom. Anyway, Snake Hips lives by the slaughterhouse.
Oh, I know. Married to Peggy Johnson.
I thought her name was Susan.
Well, I guess it is. Peggy's like a nickname.
Well, anyway, it was just me and Snake Hips, and the rest were miles behind. I knew that if I was going to win, I had to make my move then. One great effort, and that's when I lost my shoe. Nearly 200 bloody quid that cost me.
Well, 100, strictly speaking. 200 for the pair.
What bloody use is one shoe?
Peggy Johnson wouldn't agree with you. You should have sold the spare one to her. You didn't.
She takes size 5.
Bloody hell, Adrian. Don't you have any sense of shame?
Well, I don't think so.
Did you ask every one-legged person in Milden?
No, not everyone. It's not like there's a database that lists town residents in a number of limbs. I got a fair few, though. I managed to track down Nelson Jones. It's a shame it's the wrong leg.
Yeah, it's a pity you weren't with him when he had his accident. You could have told him to lean a little further to the right.
Anyway, there's a beginners event next Saturday. Do you want to give it a bash?
No, I'm okay, thanks. I've got something on. I wouldn't do it anyway. I've grown out of that sort of thing. You may not believe this, but I used to be the school's cross-country champion.
Talk about hiding your light under a bush.
I used to be quite a tomboy when I was young. I was always climbing trees, playing with the boys and stuff like that. My mum couldn't really come to terms with it. She used to try to make me dress more feminine. I wanted a Meccano set for my 13th birthday.
Well, what did you get?
I got breasts, Adrian. It wasn't what I wanted.
So, what are you doing on Saturday?
Ah, funny you should ask. You know that Martin's having a party? Well, me and Lou are making him some sparkling wine as our present.
What, you and Gravel Car Park Louise are making wine? How on earth did you get hold of grapes in Milden?
Ah, well, that's a funny story. Did you know that there's a group of people who get some sort of satisfaction in seeing how far north they can grow grapes?
No.
Well, there are, and do you further know that these people form groups? They have Facebook pages and everything boasting about how far north they are and the quality and size of their grapes and how much wine they've made, and for goodness sake, all of that.
No.
Well, Lou's a member of one of those groups.
Louise is a member of a club that likes to grow grapes in the north of England.
Yes?
Gravel Car Park Louise, who lives on the 14th floor of a block of flats.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
She likes to troll them. She buys grapes from Lidl and posts pictures of them online. That's just a sideline. What she's after is clues.
Clues?
Yes, clues. Clues to where they live. And then she goes round their garden with a pair of secateurs and nicks a bunch. Only one mind. She says it's a matter of principle. She says any more would be stealing.
And what should you do then?
She brings them round my house and hides them in my shed. And then we make wine.
Isn't it cold in your shed?
It's not too bad. I've got a little heater.
Why don't you just do it in the house? You've got the room.
The girls. They don't like it if I have anything alcoholic in the house after, well, you know, the incident.
Ah, yes, the incident.
They threw away a trifle the other day because it was rum-flavoured. They said that they didn't want me to get the taste. You know they think I'm an alcoholic. They think I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Well, what makes them think that?
Well, after the incident, they kept telling me I had a problem and that they wanted me to join the AA. So I did.
What, you actually joined Alcoholics Anonymous?
No, the Automobile Association.
But you can't even drive.
Yeah, I know, but it keeps them quiet. I don't think 90 quid a year's too much to pay for a quiet life.
So what about meetings and stuff?
Tuesday nights. I looked it up online.
That's our pub night. So that's why you suddenly swapped to drinking vodka.
I wonder what Martin's up to. He's been a long time. You need to check the clarity.
Yes, it definitely clarity. And a bit Cabernet Sauvignon-y. And if I'm being totally honest, a bit toilet ducky.
No, you silly cow. How clear it is.
Do you have a scale to compare it?
I could make one up. Sparkling clear water?
No.
Lemon squash?
No.
Orange squash?
With or without water?
Bloody hell.
No, only joking. Get your head out of that bucket and see for yourself.
Bloody hell.
Good, innit?
Shall we?
Be rude not to. 3,
2, 1.
1.
Another?
Bloody right. How many of these have you got?
23.
That'll see us through till Tuesday. When's the party?
28th.
2 weeks' time. Do you have the willpower?
Well, I don't have to give them all to Martin. I think a dozen would do.
Very generous.
You were right about the claret.
Uh-huh.
And the Cabernet Sauvignon. Still, it ain't all bad.
Fine fresh, with undertones of cool lime, methinks.
I'm getting notes of Harpic and Lidl's own brand. Cheers. Here's to Chateau Canard de Toilette.
Canard de Toilette.
Martin actually speaks a bit of French. He went to Normandy once for a holiday.
How about Chateau Petit Angor? Little shed.
So how do you know the French for shed then? All I remember from school is le chat est sous la table.
It's actually le chat and la table. I always thought cat should be feminine. Don't know why.
So how come you know so much about French?
I went out with a French guy once. Pierre Legrand. I remember the first time he took me up the Champs-Élysées. You know, the Champs-Élysées in Paris. All those posh shops.
How long did that last then?
Couple of months.
Bit of a record for you then. Oh, well, we still have 18 more left. Fancy another?
So, why do they call you Gravelly Lou?
It's short for Gravel Car Park Louise.
So, why do they call you Gravel Car Park Louise?
Yeah, Lou, why do they call you that?
I told you. I hate that name. And it's dishonest. You never did it in a gravel car park once. I don't want to do that again. I got friction burns in some very strange places. And those little stones get everywhere, and I mean everywhere. If you want to give me a nickname, there's plenty over other car parks you could use. Tesco, Lidl, Waitrose.
Waitrose?
Yeah, me and Ted were feeling a bit posh. She had a horse come in at 20 to 1. So we bought a bottle of bubbly and then celebrated in the car, if you know what I mean.
Do I remember Ted?
Yeah, he was the one with the jag and the body odour problem.
Oh, I remember now. Size 11 shoes, if I remember correctly.
Which is why I put up with his B.O. That and his sense of danger. That was a good couple of weeks.
So, how's the winemaking going?
Made 23.
Broke 5.
Drank 7.
So, you've got 11 left?
And spilled 1 due to a slight issue of double-sightedness and poor choices.
Yeah, she poured it into a glass that wasn't there.
So, you've got 10?
We like to think of it as a metric dozen.
She's
Here we are, 1 large G&T, vodka and orange, a Peruvian lager and a pint of throbbing bishop for yours truly.
So, what's it like being nearly 60 then, Martin? Next week, isn't it? Have you got any plans?
No, not really. It's only a number. I think Margaret may be planning something. I think she may be taking me down the Wimpy.
Wimpy?
Yeah, it's where we had our first date. We like to go back every year or so.
You romantic bugger.
I'm off to the little boys' room.
Bladder the size of a peanut.
So when's the party again?
Don't think you're invited.
Didn't think I would be. I was planning on crashing it.
It's the 15th, the day before Martin's birthday.
And the day after the big decision.
So, Martin could find out he's jobless 2 days before he turns 60.
Oh, that's better. Crikey, why all the long faces? You look like a bunch of horses waiting for the knacker's yard.
Or maybe we are, Martin. Maybe we are.